Hi, this is Cheryl St.Pierre, Majestic Wire Artworks. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these finger swirl earrings, Bicone and Rondelle. That's the name I'm giving them, and that's just because I've got more than one style, and I figured that would separate the different types. So I've made these to match the bangle bracelet that we did earlier this week, and yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so this is what we're going to need for supplies. I've got it ready for you to do a screenshot. And so what you're going to need is 4 4mm bicones, 2 8x6 millimeter rondelles, 20 gauge dead soft wire, which is 0.8 millimeters, and I'll just refer to it as 20 gauge wire in the video. 2 pieces 5 inches long of the 20 gauge, 4 pieces 6 inches long of the 20 gauge, and I've got metric centimeters in the brackets there, and ear wires of choice. Okay, and next, for the tools, it's pretty simple here. We're going to need a ruler, flush cutters, chain nose pliers, and round nose pliers. So take your screenshot of that. Okay, well, let's get started. So first you're going to do is take, I'm just going to show you one earring because they're both exactly the same. You're going to take a 5-inch piece of 20 gauge wire. And I've got several different types of earrings that are made with this finger swirl technique. This would be the easiest. Okay, so I just want you to make a hook at the bottom and crimp it together just to make yourself a head pin, just a simple basic head pin. You might use this technique as a simple head pin, or you can use a store-bought head pin, but remember, this is 5 inches long, so it just makes it easier to make your loop at the top. Oh, excuse me, because it's longer. Next, I want you to put one of the bicones on. Like so. I'm using a pretty cobalt blue. And now I want you to take your 2 6-inch pieces of 20 gauge wire and find the approximate center and just take it like this. And this will feel awkward, but just bear with it, and we're going to wrap around that wire as best we can and see how it's stretched out. We want to compress that wrap, and we want to try and keep this wire, the head pin wire, as straight as possible, which can prove to be difficult. And see, the way it is now, that's at the back, really. And I'm going to straighten this wire again. So the front will be when it looks like this. Okay, next I want you to do is put the rondelle on and hold it down as best you can. It's going to move on you, so like I said, as best you can, just to figure out where you want to put this finger swirl. We're going to try and put the finger swirl beside the beside the rondelle. And I'm just starting it off with my fingernail like that and then bending it. Okay, and it's going to feel wonky. I love that word, wonky. And I'm pushing this bead down just to compress it a little bit. And the loop kind of, I want to have it this way, and it's going towards the bottom, and that's okay because it's finger swirling. We can do our best to be perfect, but it never is. And I'm going to do the other one now. And everything's moving all over the place on you, and that's okay, because we'll try and perfect it. So I've got it like that, and now I'm going to bring it in front like that, squishing it down and wrapping only like a half wrap, so it's like that. And now I'm going to do the same thing from the other side with the other one. So I've got it like that, and that's what the swirl's going to look like. It is lopsided, but that's okay. Like I said, it's finger swirling, and it's going to happen. And like that, and that kind of anchors everything pretty much. You might need to compress it down and lock it down into place. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to snip off this wire here. And I had lots of excess room, but you need that in order to maneuver with it. Oh, not sure why I'm yawning so much. I don't feel that tired. But anyways, it is what it is. Now I'm going to snip this about, I'd say 8 millimeters long. And I'm going to bend in the ends to make a loop. I've got my chain nose pliers for that, like that. So, and then it just kind of tucks into itself. I don't see it from the front. If I did, I'd push it down. And now I'm going to do the other side the exact same way. Trim it off about 8 millimeters. There. Okay, so that was the hardest part of the earrings. All done. Not that bad. Not that bad. Now put the final bicone on. And then I'm wanting about 3 wraps. So I'm bending the wire to make my loop. I'm pushing it down as tight as I can. And it's kind of bent, but I'll straighten it out later. And about there, I think will give me 3 wraps and make my loop. So you got to be consistent on both earrings as to how long you have that bend, what size your loop is. Of course, I tell you that every time, don't I? And I made mine too long. I'm not sure how it got too long. Well, that's upsetting a little bit. It's not too bad. I'm going to cut that back. And just snip it off. And you know what I'm going to do? First, I'm going to tighten up this wrap a little bit and make it neat. Let's just take a look at it. Does it look too long? Maybe I compressed it as I went. I'm just going to bend up this loop here. And that should fix it. You see, like, oops. I'm just going to make everything from the front. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so that fixed it. So all I did was bend it up like this, and that's okay because that's going to the back. And now I'm just going to, again, straighten everything out. Here, I'm going to hang. This flipped around on me again. That's front. That's... Not sure how I did that. Anyways, hopefully you won't have that issue. But if you do, you kind of can see what the fix is. There we go. Now I got it. Now I need to put that good. That's good. It is moving on me. My other one isn't doing that. Straighten this wire out. Maybe that's what did it. Now it's staying put. Okay. That's why you want it compressed to hold it in place. I'm going to put the ear wire on it. There it is. And I got the other one done. And there's the set. And that's all there's to it. That didn't take very long. Thank you for joining me. God bless. Please leave a comment. I love the fact that the bangle bracelet video, you guys are leaving lots of comments. I need that. The more, the better. I try to get back to you. If I don't, forgive me. And I would love for you to join my memberships to help support me. I recommend the retired video one. It's the join button beside the subscription button, and you could check it out. And God bless, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.